good to understand the mechanism of one pollutant, but when we walk outside of our house, we cannot choose to which pollutant we are going to be exposed. So we need also to understand what happens when more than one pollutant is hitting our skin. So what we did an experiment where we use 3 of the main pollutants that we are daily exposed. Those are ozone, particulate matter, and UV light. So we use all 3 of these pollutants. We call the pollutome experiment, and we use as a samples skin explants, and we expose to all the different combination. And it was not surprising, but it was very, very striking, the effect that we confirm the hypothesis that there is an additive, if not a synergistic effect in terms of skin damage. Damage evaluated how? We evaluated the damage of the skin on skin barrier properties, on marker of oxidative damage, and on peroxide damage, also lipid oxidation, and also on cytokines, pro-inflammatory cytokine release. So the pollutants, they are different, and therefore they act differently. They induce maybe the same pathways, but triggering a different cascade. We saw, for example, that UV light to induce a oxidative damage in the dermis of epidermis, depends on the wavelength. It doesn't need bioproducts, instead also needs it. On the particulate matter, the other issue is what is attached to the particulates, because that makes the big difference of the particulate. And we found that the metals, especially iron, that is in the particulates, is the one that through a so-called Fenton reaction, so a reaction that leads to the production of ROS, or reactive oxygen species, will damage the stratum corneum and the epidermis, because it has been not yet well proven, but there are already some hints that particulates might be able to penetrate the skin in a long run. That's why it's always a good behavior to wash our face and hands before going to bed, to get rid of the particulate that maybe have been deposited on our skin. On the other hand, we also prove that if you use some mixture of antioxidants that are able to penetrate the skin, this has been proven, we are able to prevent, if not totally, at least partially, this damage. I think that we should compare the protection of our skin as we protect our teeth. In the sense, I think every morning, every night, as we brush our teeth, we need to always add some protection to our skin. Also because if you are indoor, doesn't mean that you are not exposed to pollutants. In 2014, WHO show data where 1.5 million of people died every year because indoor pollution. So, even if you stay at home, you are not safe.